Hello everybody and welcome to Just Football as I'm bringing you the latest transfer news, everything that has been happening today involving Dzvukamanja, Supersport United and Orlando Pirates. Orlando Pirates surprised by Supersport United's approach of the player, and also some news on Mamelodi Sundowns winger Serino and more. Now if you're new on Just Football, kindly click on the subscribe button as we upload similar content every week. Now let's get on with the video. I made a video earlier today where I was telling you that Terence Dzvukamanja will be the new Supersport United player ahead of the 2023-2024 season. I also mentioned how Jose Rivero wanted to keep Terence Dzvukamanja, but now this came as a surprise to Orlando Pirates as well, that Terence Dzvukamanja has been signed by Supersport United. Now Orlando Pirates have released an official statement on the matter. Now this is the official statement. I'm going to try and read it out, and I'm also going to leave a link in the video description where you can read the official statement from Orlando Pirates yourselves. Now this is what they're saying. Terence Dzvukamanja approached the club pleading to be released to play in Zimbabwe, to be closed to home in order to address pressing family matters. Now after consideration, the club offered to pay his salary whilst sorting out his personal issues at home. Now the club assents to this on compassionate grounds. Now as part of the club's commitment to players' welfare, Orlando Pirates makes an effort to, where possible, meet the player's request in circumstances that help, amongst others, things relating to their mental well-being. Now, the club was therefore surprised by an approach from Supersport United for the player's services, since the club had made plans to include the player in their CAF Champions League squad. With this new development, the club will release Dzvukamanja to Supersport United. Now that is the official statement from Orlando Pirates. They are going to give in this situation because Terence Dzvukamanja has already agreed to join Supersport United on his part. He's already agreed wages, but what happened, there was Dzvukamanja, I think he tricked those at Orlando Pirates because he had said he was not well and he wanted to be close to home when he was released by the club to go to Zimbabwe. But Orlando Pirates were expecting Terence Dzvukamanja to return back and sign a new contract, a 2-year contract, which was on the table offered by Orlando Pirates. But Terence Dzvukamanja had ulterior motives as he was talking to Supersport United behind Orlando Pirates' backs. Now this is something, like I said in the morning earlier today when I made that video, I was amazed by this development. I didn't expect Terence Dzvukamanja to leave Orlando Pirates, but this is it now. It is done. Terence Dzvukamanja will be confirmed as a new Orlando Pirates player, as a new Supersport United player this week. This is done. Orlando Pirates are very baffled by this as well. They were surprised by the reports on Terence Dzvukamanja having agreed personal terms with Supersport United. Now tell me what you think about this. Why did Terence Dzvukamanja do this when he was one of the most important players under Jose Rivero? Towards the end of the season, Jose Rivero was using Terence Dzvukamanja almost every week in almost every game, and he was a very important player. He was their hero in the Nedbank Cup final. So what happened? Tell me if you think Terence Dzvukamanja has made a mistake by joining Supersport United from Orlando Pirates, despite Orlando Pirates trying by all means to keep him at the club. Moving on to other news, Mamelodi Sundowns have lost out on their striker target. Now, Mamelodi Sundowns were looking at Fistos Mayele as a new striker for the coming season, but Mamelodi Sundowns had many issues within their squad that they had to resolve, including the issues on the foreign quota. They have too many foreign players in their squad currently, so this is why Mamelodi Sundowns did not make an approach for Mayele. They were still discussing with players who are currently at Mamelodi Sundowns, but it looks like Fistos Mayele is going to join Pyramids from Egypt. Now Pyramids from Egypt have agreed a fee for Mayele with young Africans, but this is the situation. It is done between Pyramids and Mayele. Personal terms have been agreed and a fee has been agreed with young Africans. It is just a matter of time until Mayele will be announced as an official Pyramids FC player. Now Mamelodi Sundowns have lost out on that because Mamelodi Sundowns were looking at him as a concrete option, someone who can compete with Peter Shalulile in case of loss of form, or in case Peter Shalulile was injured, because Peter Shalulile has been injured too many times in the last few seasons. So Mamelodi Sundowns were hoping they can get Mayele, but they took too long. The player was interested. The player was always interested. He always wanted to move from young Africans. So a player like that was gettable for Mamelodi Sundowns, but the issues in the club, the issues involving the coaching, the issues involving the foreign quota took too much of the time at the Mamelodi Sundowns. They are still trying to sort out the issues in the foreign quota now. That is the situation. Mayele will join Pyramids FC and still at Mamelodi Sundowns. Mamelodi Sundowns, I'm told they are open to selling Serino in this transfer window. Now, talks have been ongoing within the club with players because they have to make decisions on most of their players before the beginning of the season, and the beginning of the season is coming closer. The season will begin on the 4th of August. Today we're on the 17th of July, so most of the players need to understand what is happening. So Serino has told Mamelodi Sundowns that he wants to play more. He's 32 years old now. He wants to play more. He's been at the club for the last 5 years. He wants to play more. Now, what is happening? Roland is not guaranteeing that Serino will be able to play more. So there is an openness within Mamelodi Sundowns that Serino can be sold if a concrete offer comes in. We know Pitso Mosimane wants to sign Serino, that they're just waiting to see what happens, what Mamelodi Sundowns decides on the player, but an offer will come in from Pitso Mosimane's side, Alwera, for the services of Serino, and it looks like Mamelodi Sundowns may be willing to sell Serino. Too many wingers at Mamelodi Sundowns at the moment. They have the likes of Cassius Mailula, they have new signings like Junior Mendieta and Costa. Too many wingers at Mamelodi Sundowns at the moment, and they're still going to confirm the signing of Thapelo Maseko as well. So there is a willingness at Mamelodi Sundowns to sell Serino. Whether they will sell him or not, we will see, but they are not desperate to sell. This is the situation. Mamelodi Sundowns are not desperate to sell Serino because he is not even a part of that foreign quarter anymore. He's been in South Africa for more than 5 years now, so he's a neutral player, so he is not a part of the foreign players at Mamelodi Sundowns at the moment. So there is a willingness to sell, but there is no desperation to sell at the moment. That is the situation, and Serino still has 2 years left on his contract with Mamelodi Sundowns. His contract will only run out in 2025, so Mamelodi Sundowns will look for a hefty fee if Serino is to move away from Mamelodi Sundowns. That is the current situation currently with Serino. I want to talk about another player who Mamelodi Sundowns are looking at, but KaizerChiefs and Orlandopirates are also looking at this player. That player is Rowan Human. Rowan Human, his campaign with Bafana Bafana in the COSAFA Cup is over. Now Rowan Human, it's time for him to resolve his future. I'm told Rowan Human has told his agent that he does not want to play in the Motsepe Championship. Now his agent is going to be going around looking for a team for Rowan Human in the Dstv Premiership or anywhere else as long as it's in a top flight. So look out for the situation of Rowan Human, because I'm told also Mamelodi Sundowns may prioritize signing Rowan Human over Kerim Kimvuidi. Even though they like Kerim Kimvuidi a lot more, they wanted to sign Kerim Kimvuidi, but they have too many issues regarding the foreign quota, as I mentioned before. So they would prefer to sign Rowan Human because he's not coming with too many issues. He is a local player. Now Rowan Human may be moving to Mamelodi Sundowns, KaizerChiefs or Orlandopirates because his agent is going to offer him up to those 3 teams. Now we will see what happens in the situation of Rowan Human, but his future is going to be resolved in the coming few weeks, and he's going to be moving from Maritzburg United. That is a guarantee. That is it from me for now. As I mentioned, Rowan Human moving from Maritzburg United guaranteed, and again Mamelodi Sundowns losing out on Kalala Mayele, Mamelodi Sundowns willing to sell Serino, and Orlandopirates officially releasing Dzvukamanja. Now tell me what you think about all the situations I mentioned in this video, and click a like on the video.